Ashen Grotto. The bare bones of humans and animals are scattered at the entrance to this spacious cave. A putrid stench of smoke and rotten meat emanates from inside. Whoever resides here must only interrupt their gruesome feast to go hunting for more fresh meat. Delicious.
I will guide us. Attack!
Keep your heads down.
Close ranks.
You're in my way. This one's mine.
We shall overcome.
I'll cut you wide open.
You had your chance.
Do not look back.
I'll watch your back.
You require my help.
Useless.
Practice
I
makes
wonder
perfect.
why.
I stand ready. Godspeed.
So this entire region is just for a cheese recipe? I mean, I don't mind very much. It's cheese after all, but still fighting giants for a cheese recipe. I mean, it must be a good one.
Let us press on.
This is where, in times of yore, the Sarkorians worshipped Erasteel, the patron of hunting and country life. The demon invasion left the temple without its flock, but it somehow avoided the wrath of monsters that usually ravage any trace of the worship of good gods. It stands still, empty and decrepit, waiting for the mortals to return. What funny little faces you have when you're afraid. How deliciously pathetic you all are. Devourer. Are you fuck... What? Did just... An undead dragon? I mean, why doesn't he have eyes? Are the eyes on the... What? 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 Wait, what? The dragon just landed and now it's going to kill us? What the heck?
Simply business.
Hello?
Precisely.
What the heck was that? Why won't you accept your fate and become my dinner? I'll eat you all soon enough. What the heck, dragon?
March ahead. Our path leads on.
The young cleric of Erasteel greets you with a shy smile. What an honor it is to see you again, Commander. Welcome to the Temple of Delamere the Blessed. As the temple's prior, I offer my greetings. At the word prior, the priest's face flushes pink. Remind me, who are you? They call me Kiado the Shepherd Boy. Well, that's what they used to call me, but it's not very fitting for a priest, isn't it? I come from a village near Lustwall. I've always been drawn to Erasteel, even as a child. A cleric near the name of Jod once passed through our village, a kind old man. He looked me in the eye, silly little kid, and said, I see you're going to serve Erasteel, just like myself. And so I did. When I heard about your crusade, I set out to join it, just like my heart was telling me to do. At first I served as a novice under the venerable Rathimos, but now he's gone, and I've been left on my own. Rathimus and I marched on Dresden with your forces. We fought in your host, and then, when the demons were driven out, I came here. This temple is centuries old. Erasteel's worshippers would have come here, and there are hundreds in the past. But even now, we get the odd pilgrim wandering in. That's why I wanted to take over this temple. Some more to take care of this sacred place. I want to know more about this temple and everything connected to it. Where to begin? This temple is dedicated to Delamere. Oh, I mean, of course, it is a temple of Erasteel. But Delamere was the prior of this temple. I mean, no, I am the prior of this temple. And she is like its blessed Mother Superior, its patroness. The young man falls into a confused silence and looks pleadingly at you. What is it like to be a prior? Oh, it's terrifying. I live here alone, you see. People travel a great distance to come here. But I have been given an important task. Here in the World Wound, these temples are needed more than ever so that people don't lose their faith. But that doesn't stop my legs shaking in terror. When I think of my teacher, Larthimus, rest his soul, I just feel like running away. I swear I would have run long ago, but one thing keeps me here. Erasteel would not have granted me these spells for no reason. I cannot let him down. Or the people. I can't let them down either. This place frightens you, but you're still here. You should be proud of that. Kiado smiles bashfully. Erasteel is with me. If my faith is strong, his antlers will protect me from evil demons. He won't let them devour me. Tell me about Delamere. She lived in these parts back when Sarkoris was still standing. She was a priestess of Erasteel, and the Khalids deeply respected her for her hard nature and her unshakable faith. Erasteel blessed her with various wonders, and the common folk knew that she would stand up for them. Delamere did not like city life. She said cities encouraged vile deeds and corruption of the soul. She said that people ought to live in small clans where everyone knows everyone, where everyone is kin, and where every person has a duty to the rest. You can't hide your sins in a village. In a village, everyone knows what kind of person you are. She had a revelation, and she would travel around the villages and see how many people lived there. If any settlement had more than 53 souls, she drove out all the rest and told them to settle elsewhere, because otherwise the villages would have grown and turned into little towns. Her methods were harsh, of course, but people still listened to her, because Erastil himself was on her side. She had an edge to her. She single-handedly chased off whole bands of marauders that harassed villagers. And after she died, this temple was built in her honor, in the place where Erastil gifted her with his relics. They say it was here that a white stag emerged from the forest and spoke to her in a human voice, telling her that she should hunt it, because it was the will of her lord. Delamere tracked that stag for 3 days and 3 nights through the forests, and when she ran it to the ground, she made its antlers into her bow and its hide into armor. And that bow never misses, and Erastil himself blessed that armor so that it repels the strikes of enemies. Delamere the Blessed was wise. Chiaro swells with pride, more than wise, and her temple has been entrusted to me, who was a mere shepherd boy not so long ago. They say Delamere looked after animals herself in her youth, and look at all she accomplished. I want to know more about Erastil's teachings. Erastil is an old god, back from the times when there were no such things as towns. Simply, he is, and good, and he wants people to be the same. He wants them to live in small settlements where everyone knows each other. He wants them to value the simple joys of life and not bakers pondering. He wants people to earn their bread honestly, through hunting, crafts, farming and fishing. He especially prizes hunting, of course, when it is for sustenance rather than sport. He's both stag and hunter. He favors both guises. Erastil does not like finery, and he demands no special ceremonies. He used to simply appear before hunters and rangers and offer his wisdom, but when he is angered, he is terrifying. If someone harms the country folk, takes pleasure in hurting animals, or spoils the crops, that person may very well take an arrow from Erastil, and his bow knows no mercy. It is the father of all bows, for it was Erastil who taught people how to shoot. Have you seen anything suspicious in the area? The cleric swallows nervously and lowers his gaze. No, everything's quiet around here. There's nothing going on in the temple, that's for sure. Pilgrims have said there's a dragon flying around this area, snatching up travelers, and others say that's just a rumor. Things are quiet here in my temple. Why are you stuttering? Have you heard about my new powers? Your power is like the sunrise after a long night. It is hard to miss. 1 second.